The first advice I give to 98% of cases is to go raw. I think raw food for cats and dogs is the healthiest and very often a very easy option, and that is my strong recommendation.
People have tried to complicate feeding dogs for years, having to be scientifically made, veterinary recommended. What a dog should eat is a rabbit or a pheasant. And it's not complicated. A rabbit consists of meat, bones, skin, hearts, brains, livers, kidneys. But you don't have to get it exactly right. We don't have nutritionally balanced diets for our children. If you were to give your child an all-in-one, nutritionally, scientifically doctor-approved diet, which is dry, contains nothing natural whatsoever and nothing fresh, you'd be put in prison. But that is what we are advised to feed our animals. And it breaks every rule that we know, that our doctors tell us all the time. 5 a day. 5 raw things a day. There's nothing raw in traditional dog foods. There's no variety. There's nothing natural in a lot of them. It breaks every rule there is, and yet for some reason it's so recommended. So it doesn't have to be complicated. So what will I feed my dog? I would feed it a rabbit. And if you can't find a rabbit, I would get some bones and some meat and some organs and some vegetables, and I'd feed that. And it doesn't have to be an exact amount of bones and an exact amount of meat, and just our bodies sorted out exactly the same as they would do in the wild. We've evolved or our dogs and our cats have evolved for millions and millions of years to live on a rabbit or a bird. And that's what their guts are designed to do. And it's only relatively recently that we've changed the diet from something that was totally natural to something that's totally unnatural, containing things possibly like soya, which they've never eaten.
I think we would see dogs living longer. I think a lot of the routine interventions would be unnecessary. I think we'd have a lot less dental work. Certainly routine dental work in terms of rotten teeth, tartar accumulation, and gum disease. I think we would have fewer obese dogs. I think I'm probably sticking my neck out, but we may well have fewer skin diseases, fewer heart diseases, fewer cancers. All the big degenerative diseases, I suspect we'd have fewer of.
Well, processing changes everything. So first of all, I mean, it changes the whole situation. And you also, once you're cooking things, you can't use a ground bone product. And bone is important for so many reasons. It is the fibre of the diet. So rather than feeding lots and lots of vegetables, the bone forms that matrix to actually give a good stool, to take through parasites, to help actually keep that dog healthy. But the minute you move away from a raw diet, then you can't use the bone portion correctly. So that's one of the most important things for me. But also the whole texture of the meat, the way it's broken down, the way it's presented in the stomach, everything changes the minute that food is cooked, and changes again when it's processed more heavily into something like a kibble.
People come in and they're afraid to feed raw food, and I tell them that salmonella does not jump from that piece of meat and get on you. This is not a mysterious thing. You have to use common sense when you're handling raw meat, just like you do when you handle it for yourself.
The real problem is that when vets are giving advice on feeding, they mostly don't have any experience of raw feeding, and they are probably affected by the publicity from certain companies implying there can be a risk. But in practice, my own dogs have had raw food. Hundreds of my clients have put their dogs on raw food for years, and I've never come across one single problem, safety-wise or health-wise. In fact, they're always healthier.
I'd say try raw food out for their own dogs for 3 months and then speak with the heart. That's all I'd say.